Hello students, welcome back to Indian Online School. I hope you all are doing great. So today I am here with the SASMO and IMOCSEA demo classes for grade 6. So for today's demo classes, our topic will be algebraic expression, as you can see, which is written over here. Okay, so before diving into the topic, you can see that algebraic expression is itself is a combination of two different words. So when we are going to learn about algebraic expression, then it has two words, algebraic and expression. And when we are learning about algebraic equation, so it is a combination of two words, which is algebraic and equation. So what is the meaning of these two words? So for this, we need to learn that what is an expression. So when we are learning about expression, then what is an expression? So an expression is a sentence. It's normally a sentence with minimum of two numbers. Okay, it should have at least two numbers and with at least one of the mathematical operation. As you already know, what are the mathematical operations? So the mathematical operations are like addition, like subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, if any sentence is there which includes at least two numbers and at least one mathematical operation, either it can be addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. Okay, so that type of combination is known as expression. Okay, since we are learning about expression, so expression is having its three types: arithmetic expression, fractional expression, and algebraic expression. Okay, so let's learn about these. So what is an arithmetic expression? So arithmetic expression is simply a sentence or is simply an expression in which few numbers are there and at least two numbers should be there and one arithmetic operator. Okay, it can be addition, it can be subtraction, it can be multiplication or division. And when we are talking about fractional expression, then it should have expression with fractional number. Okay, at least two fractional number and at least one mathematical operation. And when we are learning about algebraic expression, so it should have expression which consists of unknown variables and numbers should be there and some or at least one arithmetic operator should be there. Okay, so these are the three differences between all the three types of expression, which is arithmetic expression, fractional expression, and algebraic expression. Now, since we are talking about algebraic expression, so you can see there's some new words are here, which are variables. Okay, so what are these variables and all? So let's see. So when we are talking about algebraic expression, so we have some parts of algebraic expression itself. Okay, so suppose one example I have written over here. So one example is already mentioned over here. So now you can see what are the different types of mathematical expression or algebraical expression. So your expression is 5x minus 3. So here you can see we are talking about mathematics and what these alphabets are doing here. So these alphabets are known as variables. Okay, we are denoting variables by these alphabets only because variable means they are not fixed. They can be changed according to the situation. Okay, according to the numbers, according to the situation, their value can be changed. Okay, so that's why we are not taking any fixed value or fixed constant at the place of these variables. Okay, and whatever the number, whatever the constant number is written with those variable is known as coefficient of the variable. Got it? Now, if in that expression any single number is written over there, okay, so that number is known as constant because the number's value will remain same. If I am writing 4, so 4 will remain 4 only. Okay, the value of 4 will remain 4 only. If I am writing 5, so the value of 5 will remain 5 only. We cannot change the value of 5. Okay, that's why these numbers are known as constant. Okay, now since I am writing an expression over here which is 5x minus 3, so you can see that one mathematical operator I have used over here. Okay, so other than these mathematical operator, you can see one number and pattern over here and one over here. So these pattern or these number are known as what? These are known as terms. This is term 1 and this is term 2. So what I can say, in this whole expression, I have two terms. One term is 5x and other term is 3. Okay, so these are the two terms in this whole expression or in this whole equation. Okay, now when we are talking about variable, so variable is something which value cannot be changed. Okay, so that's why they are known as variable, and for representing variable we are using different kinds of alphabets. Got it? Okay. Now, so here is one example and some questions where we need to find the term constant, variable, and the coefficients. So if we are going through these, so let's try to find out that what are the variables, what are the coefficients, and what are the constant we have. So if I'm talking about the first equation, so that expression is 5xy z square minus 3zy. So if I'm talking about terms, so we have two terms over here. One is 5xyz square, other one is 3zy. Okay, if I'm talking about coefficient, so the coefficient of x will be 5yz square. Okay, if I'm talking about the coefficient of y in the term 1, then it will be 5xz square. And how I'm writing coefficient? So I'm writing coefficient by leaving that variable alone, and whatever the number and the constant and variable is there, so I will write them whole together. So what will be the coefficient of z? So that will be 5xy. Got it? Okay, if I'm talking about the constant, so is there any constant? No, there is no constant. If I'm talking about variables, so there are variables x, y, and z. Got it? Now, if I'm talking about the second one, so it is 1 plus x square. So 1 is what? 1 is constant. Okay, and x square is what? These are the variables. Okay, if I'm talking about the coefficient of x, then it would be 1. If I'm asking about the coefficient of x square, then it also. Got it? Okay. Now, the question arises that how we can form an expression. So for forming an expression, what we need to do? Suppose one statement is given to us, like add 4 to the product of number and a 7. And we don't know about the number. So what we will do? So let's take that number be x. Okay, if that number is x, so the question is saying add 4 to the product of a number and x. So we will take this part first. Okay, what is the meaning of product? Product means multiplication. So product of a number and 7 will be, so their product will be x times 7. So that will be 7x. Okay, now we are coming on this point. Now what we need to do? We need to add 4 into it. So when we are adding 4 to 7x, it becomes 7x plus 4. So the expression for this whole statement will be 7x plus 4. Got it? Now you have to do this. Okay, now after solving and after understanding that what is an expression, we will learn that what is an equation. So what is an equation? So an equation is a sentence, or what we can say an equation is also a kind of expression, okay, that uses an equal sign. Okay, when we are learning about expression, there is no equal sign. You can see 7x plus 4, that's it. Okay, it's enough. For an expression, it's enough. Now, when we are putting equal sign with this expression, so it becomes an equation. Okay, when we are putting equal sign with some expression or something, then that expression becomes an equation. Okay, so there is a this is a minor difference and this is the basic difference between the expression and the equation. So an equation is also an expression that uses an equal sign to show that two expressions have the same values. So example is like 5 plus 3 equals to 8. So that is a complete equation. Okay, and this is an example of fractional equation. Now, what is an algebraic equation? So an algebraic equation is an equation which contains any constant, any variable, or it can be variable, it can be variables, and at least one mathematical operator with equal sign. Okay, so you can see over here. So if I'm writing here like 2x plus 3 equals to 5. So what is happening over here? I am writing variable, I am using operator as well, and I'm using constant as well. And with them, I'm using an equal sign. Okay, when equal sign will be there with an expression, so it becomes an equation. Okay, so for algebraic equation, there should be an variable. There should be a variable with equal sign. Now, so now we have learned about expression and equation. So let's try to dive into some examples, like how we are going to solve the questions when they are asking about an equation and when they are asking about to solve it. Okay, how we will solve it. So let's see. So here you can see one question is there, like Brenda multiplies a number by 3. Okay, and we don't know what is a number. So we need to take an imaginary number. So what is Brenda doing? So Brenda multiplies a number by 3. Then she is adding 3. Then she is dividing the result, whatever she is getting, by 3. Then she is adding 6 again. Then she is subtracting 3. Now from the result to get 9. So what is 6 times of the original number? We don't know what was the original number. So first, what we need to do, we need to take, let's take original number be x. Okay, so our original number is x only. Now what she was doing? So first she was adding 3 with x. So when we are adding 3 with x, so it becomes x plus 3, correct? Now what she is doing again? Sorry. First she is multiplying x by 3. Okay, so we need to multiply x by 3. So first when we are multiplying x by 3, so it means 3 times x. 3 times x, which is equals to 3x. Correct. Now after multiplying x with 3, she is adding 3. So we need to add 3 over here. So it becomes 3x plus 3. Correct. Now we need to divide whatever we are getting here in our last step. We need to divide it by 3. So when in the third step, what is happening? So she is dividing the whole thing with 3 like this. Correct. We can write it like this as well. Now after that, in the fourth step, what she is doing, she is dividing the whole thing by 3. Sorry, that we have already done. Now she is adding 6 into it. So now we need to add 6 into it. Whatever we are getting, we need to add 6 into it. So when we are adding 6, so what we need to do? As we know, when we are adding some fractional number with the whole number, so we need to take LCM. So when we are taking LCM, so what we are getting? So we are getting 3x plus 3, and this 6 becomes 18. Correct. So our final answer will be 3x plus 21 by 3. Now after that, what she is doing, she is subtracting 3 whatever she is getting. So in the last step, what she is doing, 3 she is subtracting 3. Okay, so again we are subtracting a whole number from a fractional number, so we need to take LCM. So when we are solving it, so what we are getting? We are getting this. So it becomes what? Okay, so it becomes 3x plus 12 by 3. Now in the last, the question is saying, after doing everything, the result is 9. So we have to put this whole equation equals to 9. When we are putting it and when we are solving it, so what we are getting, like 3x plus 12 is equals to 3 times 9 is 27. Correct? Now it will equals to 3x. This plus 12 goes that side, so it will go in a minus form. So that is equals to 15. So that's how we are getting like 3 divided by 15, which is 5. So the value of the original number is equals to 5. Now the question is asking, what is the 6 times of that original number? So 6 times of 5 is 30. So our answer should be option C, 30. Got it? How we can solve a simple algebraic equation. Now the second one. Now the second question is saying a father is 3 times as old as his son. Okay, and his daughter is 3 years younger than his son. Now if the sum of all three ages 3 years ago was 63 years, so we need to find their present ages or present age of father only. Okay, how we will do it? So here first we need to see that whatever the information is given to us, they are in what context and they are related to which thing. So a father is 3 times as old as his son. So father's age is given in the respect of his son. And his daughter is 3 times younger than his son. So daughter's age is also given in the respect of son only. So what we need to do, we will take son's age be x. Okay, let's take that the son's age be x only. Okay. Now, if since we are taking son's age is x, so the father will be what? Father's age will equals to what? Father's age 3 times as old as his son. Okay, then the father will be what? Father will be 3x. Correct? Father will be 3x years. Now, according to the question, daughter is 3 years younger than his son. So, which means daughter will be what? Daughter will be son's age minus 3 years because she is younger than 3 years younger than his son. Okay, so the son age is x, father's age will be 3x years and daughter's age will be x minus 3 years. Correct. Now after this, the question is saying if the sum of all three ages 3 years ago was 63. So question is saying 3 years ago. Okay, ago means before. So we need to subtract 3 years from all the ages. Okay, so 3 years ago, son was x minus 3 because they are asking about 3 years before. Okay, father was 3x minus 3 because his present age is 3x. So 3 years ago, he was 3x minus 3. Okay, and daughter was x minus 3, which is equals to x minus 6 years. Okay, now what question is saying the sum of all the three ages 3 years ago was 63. So we need to add all the three ages like age of the son, age of the father, and age of the daughter, and which equals to 63. So let's try to solve it. Okay, when we are adding or subtracting variables now, so always we will subtract or add like variables only, the terms which is having like variable, like x we will add with x only. So x plus 3x plus x will give us 5x. Okay, and this this is minus 3. Minus 3 and minus 6 gives us minus 12, which is equals to 63. Now 5x, when this 12 goes that side, so it will go in a positive form. So 63 plus 12. So 5x equals to 75. When 5x is equals to 75, so when we are taking this 5 that side, so it will goes in divisional form. So 75 divided by 5 will equals to 15. Okay, so what we are getting from this, we are getting that the age of son, which is x, is equals to 15 years. But question is asking about the present age of father. So father is what? Father is 3x. If the age of son is 15 years, so the age of father will be what? Age of father will be 3 times of 15, which is 45 years. Got it? Okay. Okay, let's take one more example. Now you can see the question is written over here like Amanda's score was twice Brian's scores. Okay. Now Casey's scored 5 points less than Brian's scores. Now Dora scored 10 points more than Amanda. So Dora's score was 6 times as much as Casey's, whose score was 9. Okay, whenever the question is like this, so what we will do, we will try to divide the question into the simple parts. So first we will go with this. So Amanda's score was twice as Brian's score. Let's take Amanda's score as A. Amanda's as A. Okay. Brian's as B. And Cassie's as C. And Dora as D. Okay, so what is given to us that Amanda's score is twice as Brian's score. Okay, so that will be twice of B. Got it? Now Casey's score is 5 points less than Brian's score, so that will be B minus 5 because Brian's is 5 less than that. So it becomes B minus 5 only. Now Dora's score is what? Dora's score is 10 points more than Amanda. Now we can see that Amanda's score is 2B. So we can put here instead of writing A, we can write 2B. Okay, so it becomes twice of Brian's score plus 10. Correct. Now we are moving to the fourth statement. So that statement is saying that Dora's score was 6 times as much as Casey's. So Dora's score is this. Okay. And which is 6 times of more as Casey's score. So here you can see this is also Dora's score and this one is also Dora's score. So what we will do, we will put both the Dora's score in equal. So what we are getting, like 2B plus 10, which is equals to 6 times of B minus 5. Now we need to solve it. And how we are going to solve it? Like twice of B plus 10 is equals to 6 times of B, which is 6B minus 6 times of 5, which is 30. Okay, this is 2B and this is also 6B. So both are the like terms. So we will put both the like terms together. So 2B minus 6B is equals to minus 30, and then this plus 10 goes that side, so it becomes minus 10. So what we are getting, 2B minus 6B is minus 4B, and minus 30 and minus 30 becomes minus 40. So what we are getting as Brian's score is 40 divided by 4, which is equals to 10. So question is asking whose score was 10. So simply we can say that Brian's score was 10. Okay, so our answer should be what? Our answer should be option B, which is Brian's score. Got it? Okay, everyone. Let's take one more example. A number P is 1.5 times another number Q. Okay. Now, if P is 18 bigger than Q, then what is P plus Q? So it is clearly stating that P is equals to 1.5 of Q. If P is 18 bigger than Q, now it is saying that P is 18 bigger than Q, which is Q plus 18. Then what is the value of P plus Q? So here it is stating the Q values of P. Like P is also 1.5 times of Q and P is also 18 bigger than Q. So in both the statements, we are getting the value for P. Okay, so here we know that the value of P will remain same in both the statements. So we can put both the statements in equal form. So 1.5 Q is equals to Q plus 18. Correct. So when we are doing that, so 1.5 Q minus Q is equals to 18. So that will gives us 0.5 Q is equals to 18. Okay, then what will be the value of Q? So the value of Q will be 18 divided by 0.5. Okay, and when we are dividing 18 by 0.5, so we are getting 36. Okay, so the value of Q will be 36. If the value of Q is 36, then what will be the value of P? So here we can see that P is equals to Q plus 18. So the value of P will be 36 plus 18. So 36 plus 18 gives us 54. Okay, now question is asking what should be the value of P plus Q. So the value of P plus Q should be 54 plus 36. which is equals to 90. Correct. So the value of P plus Q should equals to 90. And if we are going through the option, we can see that 90 is not here. Okay. Since 90 is not here, okay, separately value of Q is here and separately value of P is also here. But question is asking about the value of P plus Q, which is not here in the given options. So we can choose the last option, which is none of the above, because both the value, the sum of their values is not given in the option. So that's why the correct answer is none of the above. Thank you, everyone.
स्मृति एक बार वो टेस्ट के लिए भी बोल दो ना, लिंक में उसका टेस्ट लिंक मिलेगा।
यस
अभी बोल दो, लास्ट वाला शेयर करते हो।
ये सारा रह गया। हाँ हाँ मैम, टेस्ट के लिंक का ही बोलना है ना केवल?
हाँ, कि
और
वो जो
रजिस्ट्रेशन का बोलना है।
रजिस्ट्रेशन भी ओपन है और
हाँ।
आप जो अगर क्विज है, ये 10 मिनट्स का ही रह गए, जो क्विज है वो भी आपको डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में उसका लिंक मिल जाएगा। पहले रजिस्ट्रेशन का बोलना कि रजिस्ट्रेशन लाइव क्लासेस के लिए भी, और लाइव क्लासेस के लिए रजिस्ट्रेशन ओपन है, और साथ ही में इसका क्विज है जो आप डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में जिसका लिंक आपको मिल जाएगा। ओके, और स्मृति इसके बाद हम लोग वहीं पे ज्वाइन बैक कर लेंगे फिर।
ओके मैम, ओके सो द फाइनल आंसर विल be option E, none of the above. Okay, so that's it for today's class. I hope that you are getting a little bit idea what is an algebraic expression and what is an algebraic equation. Okay, if you like it and if you want to register with us, so you can go through the description link, and the registration link is there only, so you can register yourself if you want to go through with our live classes. And what we have learned in today's class, so related to this, we have shared one quiz link also in the description box. So that quiz is like consisting of 5 questions that you are supposed to do on the basis of the learning that what we have learned today. So that link also you will found in the description box only. Okay, thank you for giving us your time.